All right, so look at me, not the camera.
Right.
Alrighty.
Ready?
Yep.
Alright. Good morning, everyone. My name is Arturo Osorio, and I work here for Goodwill Industries. I'm in the as-is department. And what me and my colleagues are here today, we're going to be presenting to you an idea that we came up with to create a healthy and safe working environment for everyone here at Goodwill. And with that being said, our solution was zero waste management. And we take that a priority because, as you can see here, they have different bins, different colors, and different categories, which really is sorting different materials being put in their specific place, so that way, for future references, the company wouldn't be fined for anything, you know, because at the end of the day, we want to cut costs and increase revenue, you know. And we're going to be covering a lot about zero waste management and how it's going to be resolved around the warehouse. We want to set up bins everywhere, you know. We want to basically we want to create a healthy and safe environment for everyone here. And yeah,
I'll take the name. My name's Alton.
pass it on.
Try not to do that.
My name's Alton. I'm also an employee with Goodwill Industries. As my coworker here said, we're basically gonna take this system and put it into every single, we'll make sure that we have this system going on at every single station, all around the warehouse. And the operation is gonna be inside and outside of the warehouse, so that to keep it cleaner and safer for our employees. Also, there will be 2 people involved in this. There will be one inside handling the waste that is being installed inside these buckets, and there will be one person on the outside who's had the same system going on that's being brought to him from the inside. This whole system was designed to, you know, yes, increase the revenue of the company and cut the cost of the company, and then you know, to delete fines for the company, and also it's, you know, gonna, you know, give the company employees another idea, maybe to branch off for, you know, to create more new ideas for employees. Overall, it's just to it's more efficient to work around, rather than having mixed garbage or trash in the warehouse, you know, and more better workflow for the company, inside and outside of the warehouse.
I am Jesse Fuller, and these are my 2 colleagues, and I'm also tailgating on everything they said about recycling, and I have an idea, and my idea is for, it's inside and outside, but I work with trash every day, and what I'm trying to create, could you imagine coming to Goodwill and not seeing no trash at all outside on the ground, because it causes safety hazard. Not only that, it's just a lot of waste, total. And the idea that I'm trying to come up with is to not only have 1 compactor, but to have 2. Because when 1 compactor is full, when it leaves, it takes sometimes 4 hours before the compactor comes back. By that time, we have a ton of garbage outside. The wind is blowing it all over the yard. There's nobody out there monitoring it. So when the compactor comes back, by the time they get loaded again, it's the same old routine. So in other words, if you had 2 compactors, if you have 1 coming and 1 going, the trash will always be on the move. Then I have another idea about how to cut costs as far as over there in the processing department. Because I notice when I look around, I see over in the wares department is where they really recycling paper, brown paper, paper bags, just whatever paper. Then when I went outside, I seen a big dumpster with nothing but paper in it. I go, oh, that's an idea. So why can't we over in processing have 2 garbage cans, so the paper go in one and the plastic go in another one, so that way when I deliver the trash, I can take the paper where it go, because it's getting recycled. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to have zero waste management, and I want to be a part of that. Also, with the glass, I noticed that outside they have one big bin, and all the different types of glass is broken up in that one bin. There's wood, paper, trash, just everything, just all mixed. So when Recology come to pick it up, they don't want to pick that up. If they do, it's a fine. And so we're not trying to have fines, we're trying to reduce, cut costs, not increase, and increase revenue. So if you can, another idea that I'm coming up with in my head is that if we had 3 bins outside, one for green glass, one for blue, clear glass, and one for brown glass. So, and then if you had the bins at each station inside the warehouse, when one get full, you just take it out and dump it in its proper bin. So that way, when Recology comes, you wouldn't even need Recology, because it's people that'll come by and just pick glass up for free. And that's what I'm trying to help Goodwill get to. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and with that being said, at the end of the day, we want to create a healthy and safe environment for everyone. And like my colleague said, there should be a sorting system where everything should be sorted before just straight dumped. Because there's a lot of valuable things that can also make money for the company. Instead of just being tossed and thrown away. It can be recycled. It can be put in the store, or it can be sold. At the end of the day, instead of being just trash or garbage. And with that being said, we, like my colleagues explained, nobody likes trash, unless it's gonna make you a nice pretty penny in your pocket, then we're all for it,
Right.
But it's just sad to see stuff being thrown away that shouldn't be thrown away, because at the end of the day, a lot of people's garbage that's coming to us is somebody's treasure at the end of the day.
Right.
So,
So we
really
just
want
wanted we wanted to set up a recycling system, because another issue dealing with waste that we've seen, considering Goodwill Industries, is that we do already have a recycling system where if things are being sold in the store, it comes back to us, and normally what we do with that, we take that stuff and we put that out into what's it called out there? As is. And even then, the stuff isn't being sold, and then it's tossed out, and that's money that's being thrown away, which it shouldn't have. And I think that this idea of recycling and the thing that's causing waste, it should be continued to be recycled until it's sold, or to find out another solution instead of throwing away money.
And I also just want to say one more thing that came to mind. I would think that Goodwill make a nice little penny off of pictures, off of glass pictures that come in, pictures that you hang up on the wall. A lot of the glass that happens with the Goodwill is that some of it we break ourselves because we're not careful the way we do putting it inside the coops. Because when you put a picture inside a coop with a bunch of other stuff, you better believe it's going to get broke. So not only did you lose the picture, you lost, now you got to pay for the glass. They have a solution for that. They have, which if you want to call it, you can call it a picture coop. But they have little coops, that slots that you just put, every time you get a picture, you just put it in that slot. And it stands up. When it fills up, you move it right along. You'll save, that'll cut the cost on a lot of glass, because that's where a lot of our glass come from, is picture
And
frame.
injury from employees, and you know, just mess and garbage all over the place.
Okay. And with that being said,
We got it.
zero waste management is the way to go. You know, going green is what we want to do, and we just like to say thank you for having us here and listening to our presentation, and hopefully one day we can get this zero waste management going. Thank you,
Alright.
everybody.
Thank you very much.